Hey Scribblers, it is Brittany with Scribbles by Brittany, and I am bringing you something that I've never done before. Well, I don't consistently use it, but it's oil pastels, and this is the Fine Touch brand from Hobby Lobby, and it has an array of colors, and I am intimidated, to say the least. I don't have much of an idea on what I'm wanting to do, but I do have this panel that came in a sketch box with, I believe if you look on my social media, Instagram, it is for it's the flamingo that I had done. And yeah, so I am kind of, I don't know, I'm definitely intimidated. These kind of remind me of the oil pastels that you'd get in those art kits. Like, what I like to call it, cheap art kits. It's what it reminds me of. I'm hoping that they do better than, although I think those ones were actually not that bad, if I remember right. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong. But it seemed like I think those were probably the best things to use out of that entire art kit. Because the paints were too, like, chalky. There was not enough pigment. The crayons were waxy. Like, I don't know if you guys notice a difference between Crayola crayons versus the versus like the crazy art or the rose art. There seems to be like a waxiness to them. And I'm a Crayola kid through and through. If I had kids with me, they would be getting Crayola everything. And that is a very, like, I am a Crayola girl through and through. It's what I grew up on. It's, whenever somebody would get me the cheap art kit for around Christmas, it wouldn't break my heart. I appreciated it. But I think it would have benefited me more if you had taken the time to spend the money, like, on getting me Crayola, like, colored pencils, Crayola crayons, like, spend that money. And then, like, the Crayola markers, stuff like that. So this is a tip for any parent out there who has a creative kid, even if they're just coloring in a coloring book, because that's where I started. Get that stuff. Don't get the cheap Christmas stuff. These colors are looking very vibrant. I am very intimidated right now. I don't think there's any color listed on the side of them. No, there is not. So you kind of have to rely based on, and it looks like this is kind of flipped. Yeah, so it looks like we have white, lemon yellow, coral, orange. Okay. So we kind of have a little bit of an idea, not much, but a little bit. Sorry, I had to take a quick pic for a thumbnail. And I'm gonna have to move my couch today because I keep smelling something funny in the house. And I swear to God, if it's the fucking cat, he's about to get, like, I don't even know. I don't have any tools to help manipulate these. So yeah. Wow. I feel like my ADHD just went. Shoot. I got too distracted by multiple different things. Anyway. I am going to figure out what I am really leaning for. Like, I'm really leaning towards a mushroom. But at the same time, I want to use a bunch of, colors, but at the same time, I don't want to slip into what I already know. And I know that is very confusing. Or something familiar. Oh my goodness, I have a habit of falling into things that are familiar for me. And that is, I don't know why my phone just went off. Oh, this is Pinterest. Okay. Ooh. I could do... Okay, so right now it is March when I'm filming this. And I just thought about it. I was like, I could do, like, a pot of gold with a rainbow. You know. That was the first thought that popped into my brain, and I am going to try to... Because I don't think I've ever done... Like, I know I've done artwork that is... I guess you'd call it, like, Irish theme. Or St. Patty's themed. But... There's a little pot of gold. It's not really center, but that's... It might be covered with clovers down here. So, and we're just doing like, just trying to kind of keep it simple, not too heavy on the detail, because, if you've ever worked with like oil pastels, when looking at an oil pastel artwork, for me, the details are in the overall picture. And that may sound odd to say, but when you're looking at a piece of artwork, you can have something that's highly detailed, an absolute gorgeous piece of artwork, and if you're looking for those finer details, that's fine. But with an oil piece of artwork, you're looking at the entire you're looking at the entire piece of artwork, and then you're looking at values and shading and I don't want to call it the color wheel because that doesn't sound right, but you're looking at different aspects at an oil painting versus the details. And the details are what bring everything together. So we'll just add some 4-leaf clovers in the background over here. And I've never had any technical art training when it came to oil pastels. I am a complete novice. So then we'll just add some coins, like gold coins, to the pot. And I do apologize if it's a little dark and hard to see. I might adjust the lighting real quick, just so that way you guys can see a little bit. Oh no, I feel like that made it worse. Oh no. What is my light doing? So right now I'm just drawing some cylinders, some ovals, and then I'm having like a shadow. Just to kind of make it look like the gold kind of piled up. Kind of erase that part. Okay. The shadows and stuff is what makes I'll kind of go like this. And if my dog starts barking, it's because it's really early in the morning and my neighbors are probably awake and getting up and ready for work. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 kind of got away from me. Oh my lord. This does not look right. The sketch does not look right at all. Here we go. Again, I kind of wanted it to look like it was coming out of the pot of gold. And that is not happening. So, I guess we could have it kind of going behind the pot of gold. Two, 3, 4. Wait, why does that not right? There's 7 colors. So, I don't know. It'll eventually, I'm doing a lot of erasing and stuff. Okay. Alright. So we have our pot of gold drawn. And I'm going to go in with black. Yeah. So the thickness of oil pastels is what Not what people expect, but also like I love the creaminess. And the good part about oil pastels is that they kind of layer. Like you can layer it for the details. So I'm going to round the yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating. When I concentrate, I go kind of quiet. But my cat was like digging at the couch for some reason. Like, not like he was like digging like a dog in a dirt. It was weird. Okay. I'll go with the gray. Oh, the worst part about trying to pull these out is the fact that the oil pastel part is getting underneath my fingernails. So I'll just kind of layer this gray in. Kind of like that. And I chose a blue canvas so that way maybe the colors will kind of pop a little bit. Honestly, these are doing really freaking awesome. Like, I don't have a paper towel to like wipe off this gray or anything. So we are mixing. Oh, cool. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, I am probably going to need a paper towel real quick. Alright, I have my paper towel and I decided to take off my sweatshirt because I did not want to accidentally rub the sleeve into the pastel part. I am probably going to do a little bit of a highlight in like, ooh, what color do I choose? Kind of want to do like a blue. Just kind of, it's a highlight, but it's not really a highlight, you know? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh, this is looking amazing. I'm sorry, I'm kind of gassing myself up. Hold on, my dog's barking. So my dog was barking, of course. Yeah. I didn't realize that the recycling people were out already. Or trash services. Anyway, I'm going to go in with some yellow ochre for the coins. And I'm actually just going to go like the darkest shade that I have and just do like almost like a base color. Just like this. Oh no, I accidentally grabbed that black that was kind of hanging out there. Not a big deal. I had kind of an oh crap moment. I have been trying to cuss less. I know some people do not like it. And I understand that like my authentic self would be to cuss. And you might get it here and there, like time to time, like, no, it's pulling that black in there. Oh well, we'll work with it. We'll work with it. And I know, like, my authentic self is cussing and stuff like that. But I don't know. I kind of want to tone that down. I'm not. How should I say? Like, I'm not. Oh yeah, perfect. How cool is that? That was like butter. But at the same time, like, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not like uneducated or anything. It's more like this one is lemon yellow. The one that I just used was, I believe, yellow ochre. Yes. And this is just going to be kind of like a highlight. And it has absolutely nothing to do with like demonetization or any of that. I get these. I get enjoyment out of making content for you guys. And yes, I am wiping it off on a paper towel. I don't know if that's protocol. Again, this is like the first time that I've really used oil pastels. So we'll kind of go in with a little bit of this, just to kind of like create a coin base. Like, I hope that makes sense. Again, all of the details will come together, hopefully. Although these are really big coins. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, we got the pot of gold pretty much. Now I'm going to go in with, ooh, should I go? Yeah, because I think this is the deep green. Because I think this might be the turquoise green. I don't want to do the turquoise green. And I'm not even really using much of like a color theory, like what they tell you to do. I'm just basic. Like, if you're here because you are following along and you don't know how to use pastels either, we're doing this thing. This is what we're doing. And I love art, so. But I hope maybe, that's not as great as I was looking forward to it being. But it could be because this clover is overlapping it. And it's like coloring with crayons. Really, really smooth, buttery crayons. And I like to have, the canvas has like a tooth to it. Like, it has a tooth, which is kind of nice because then it grabs a hold of the pastel and it, like, it's not like it's gliding across the paper or anything. Although I think I do have some mixed media paper that would work probably better with oil pastel. I keep seeing, so what inspired this video and me to make oil pastel artwork is I kept seeing someone on Instagram, and they were making absolute stunning pieces of artwork with oil pastels, and obviously they used the expensive kind, and I can't remember what kind they were, but they were, I can honestly say they were probably not cheap, but these were absolutely gorgeous pieces of artwork. And it was just the simplest kind. Like, I think they had done tomatoes. Like, they had done a full tomato and then some sliced tomato. And it was just, oh, it was absolutely gorgeous. And these clovers are not turning out fully the way that I want it to. Because, again, the details are kind of lost in translation, but hopefully we will bring it back. But they were, I think they had done oranges at one point. I know for a fact they did blueberries, because the blueberries were stunning. And like the person layered everything so beautifully. Like, they had some technical application and they knew what they were doing. Or at least I assume that they knew what they were doing, because whew, me, I'm over here just scribbling. Ha. Hence the name Scribbles by Preemie. But yeah, so it was really nice to see that on my Instagram, and I was blown away. And I figured, you know what, if they can do that, maybe I can do that too. You know? You know what? I might use that teal or that turquoise green for these back pieces. Because they're in the foreground, they're in the background, not the foreground. And then I will use a little bit of yellow to kind of like brighten up everything. Or I might use the apple green, unless this is the apple green. No, this is the like light olive, I think. But yeah, I kind of got inspired by what they were doing. The only difference is that I didn't want to do anything like food related. And it wasn't like I wasn't trying to like step on their toes or anything. Oh no, I just muddied that up. But I think I might be able to work with it. Yeah. But I had seen that beautiful artwork, and I was just like, I want to steer clear of food. And mainly because like I do like a lot of my sketchbook is like food or coffee, coffee cups, like random stuff, but there's a like I have a little bit of a niche, and I seem to fall into that niche. Like, I definitely do not want to do mushrooms. As much as I love drawing mushrooms and I love mushroom art and stuff, like I just could not. I didn't want to go. I did not want to feel like I was cheating you guys, if that makes sense. I am going to add some black. My fingernails keep on going underneath the, like, cutting it. And I am going to do some area in here just to kind of add a little bit more, like, I don't know, definition. I'm trying to okay, that I'm really liking the pot of gold. I'm not too much of a fan of the, but I think it's because I need to like really, I need to find a, I basically would have to find maybe a tool to manipulate and like, and I don't have those types of tools. I wouldn't even know how or where to get them. But anyway, I am gonna do a permanent red, which might be this one. If not, then I'm grabbing the wrong color. We are working on the rainbow. But, and like, when I was watching the little clips of her on Instagram, or of the person doing that artwork on Instagram, they weren't using tools, they were just using they were just going to town. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So that's where I kind of was like, you know what? I could probably do something similar. And or should I just do, my brain is braining right now. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm thinking about just doing the entire rainbow back here, but I kind of want it to look like the, you know, the, like the pot at the end of the rainbow, not, and I definitely kind of want this rainbow to blend in together. That'd be really cool. Just have like an ombre effect with the rainbow instead of having like harsh lines. Okay, I am absolutely loving the way this is turning out right now. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Here we go. Oh my god. This color is, they should have named this one butter yellow because like it's just good on like butter. Like, I think this is the best color to put on right now is the yellow. And it makes me so happy. Here recently, I have just been obsessed with the color yellow. And like, I don't know why or, any of that. Like, I'm okay with it because I absolutely, like, I am a huge fan of, like, all the colors in the rainbow. They're all beautiful. And so it's, like, kind of funny. Like, as an artist, people will ask me what my favorite color is. And honestly, I don't have, like, I have an answer to it for the stage that I'm in, if that makes sense. So, like, right now the stage that I'm in is yellow. I love the color. Like, right now I'm loving the color yellow. To me, it just represents happiness and sunshine, and just, it's a gorgeous color. And other people might not agree with me. I have an appreciation for yellow. But, like, if you had asked me, like, 2 years ago, I would have told you turquoise. And I had loved the color turquoise because, again, it was the time in which I was in. And I don't want that to sound like a cop-out or anything, but, like, it's just... Oh, you know what? I messed up. You know what? It's fine. I'll do this one. I messed up because Roy G. Biv is technically 6 colors, and I put 7. It's fine. It's fine. We're working with it. We can have a smoother gradient. I didn't realize that until I started laying down the color and stuff. It happens. Which means I probably could have made my little rainbow panels bigger. And I don't want to have to, like, completely color over stuff, even though I probably could. This one is not coloring that well. And I usually don't like, I like this color, but I think everybody's favorite color can change. You don't have to settle for the, for a color. Again, my color changes all the time, I swear. But there for a while, I absolutely loved a teal color. If you asked me 10 years ago, I would have said orange and purple. It's not... You don't have to gatekeep yourself into a solid color all the time. Again, my favorite colors change every couple of years. I went from really liking a turquoise color to absolutely loving a yellow. Now, would I go out and, like, obsessively buy stuff based on that color? It depends. I bought a box, so I bought technically 2 boxes, and because they had the one favorite color that I always loved, which was the turquoise or the teal, and they also had the yellow. And I sat there and I'm like, and then they were running a deal where it was buy one, get one half off, I think. It was really oily. Ooh, but it runs like butter. But, so I was like, you know what? I could probably use the second one or something eventually. But so I have the yellow one that is sitting on my shelf that is actually being utilized. The other one, I use the jars that it came with. Like it came with like apothecary stuff, mainly just like storage jars and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use the drawer. I'll end up using the drawer for like, or the, not drawer, but the thing for something eventually. So I was like, you know what? That's what I'll do. And now I'm kind of torn on what I should do with. I kind of want to blend out the purple because the purple has kind of a hard line. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Here we go. All right. And that right there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more, go ahead, like, subscribe, and enjoy, I guess. I will see you guys later, and remember to create more and worry less. Bye, guys.